Most homeowners waste thousands of dollars on front yards that look busy, outdated, and exhausting to maintain every single season. What if the secret to a stunning, elegant home exterior was actually doing less, not more? Minimalist front yard landscaping is quietly taking over neighborhoods everywhere. And once you understand why, you will never look a cluttered flower bed the same way again. This single idea could completely transform how your home looks. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Today's video is one of our most exciting yet, packed with inspiration and practical minimalist landscaping ideas for your front yard transformation. Whether you are a first-time homeowner or someone ready to give your exterior a complete refresh, this video has something powerful for you. Stay until the end because the best ideas are scattered throughout. The minimalist landscaping movement has exploded in popularity because it solves two problems every homeowner faces: limited time and tight budgets. A thoughtfully designed minimalist yard actually costs less to install and dramatically less to maintain over time than traditional landscaping styles. Fewer plants mean fewer replacements, less watering, and less weekly upkeep pulling you away from your weekends. The result is a front yard that looks professionally designed without the ongoing stress that traditional high-maintenance gardens constantly demand. There is a fascinating psychology behind why clean, simple front yards feel so luxurious and impressive to everyone who passes by your home. Our brains naturally associate order and intentionality with wealth and sophistication, which is exactly what minimalist design communicates. When a yard has breathing room, carefully chosen plants, and crisp, clean edges, it signals that every single detail was deliberately chosen. That quiet confidence in your design choices is what makes neighbors stop, stare, and wonder exactly who designed your beautiful front yard. Throughout this video, we are going to walk through every element that makes a modern minimalist front yard truly exceptional and effortlessly elegant. From plant selection and hardscape materials to lighting and layout strategy, every topic is covered in satisfying detail today. We will also cover budget-friendly approaches, small yard solutions, and water-efficient designs that work in every climate zone beautifully. By the end, you will have a complete vision and a clear plan to follow for your own stunning minimalist front yard transformation project. The foundational philosophy of minimalist landscaping is beautifully simple. Every single element in your yard must earn its place completely. Nothing is added for the sake of filling space or following old habits. Each plant, stone, and border has a clear visual purpose and contributes meaningfully to the overall composition you are building outdoors. When you adopt this editing mindset before you buy a single plant, every decision becomes easier, cleaner, and more intentional than before, giving your final design a cohesive and polished professional appearance. Choosing the right color palette is one of the most impactful decisions you will make for your minimalist front yard landscaping project overall. The most successful minimalist yards rely on a tight palette of 2 to 3 colors maximum, typically rooted in neutral tones with one accent. Think deep charcoal gravel paired with silvery ornamental grasses and one bold dark green shrub as your single dramatic focal point in the yard. This restraint creates visual harmony that feels expensive and intentional, rather than random, and it photographs beautifully in every single season. Symmetry and balance are powerful tools that elevate a minimalist yard. From simply sparse to genuinely sophisticated and architecturally refined, you do not always need perfect mirror image symmetry to achieve this effect. Beautifully, visual balance through careful weight distribution works just as effectively in most modern front yard landscape compositions today. Placing a larger shrub on one side and balancing it with a cluster of lower plants on the opposite side creates dynamic tension that draws the eye smoothly across the yard toward your front entrance beautifully. one of the most misunderstood tools in minimalist design is negative space, which is simply the open, unplanted area between your landscape elements. Most homeowners panic when they see empty space and immediately try to fill it, but that open ground is actually doing essential visual work for you. It gives the eye a place to rest, makes your chosen plants look more deliberate and valuable, and creates a sense of calm that lush, overcrowded gardens simply cannot achieve, no matter how expensive the plants become. Embrace open space as a feature, not a problem waiting to be solved. Clean lines are the defining characteristic that separates modern minimalist landscaping from every other style you will encounter in design magazines. Sharp, crisp edges along lawn borders, planting beds, and pathways communicate precision and intentionality that instantly elevates any outdoor space visually. Invest in a quality half-moon edger or a power bed edger and use it consistently every few weeks throughout your growing season to maintain that clean definition. That single maintenance habit will keep your minimalist yard looking freshly designed and professionally maintained throughout every single changing season. Material selection is where minimalist front yards either succeed beautifully or fall completely flat and miss the mark of the intended elegant aesthetic. The key is choosing materials that feel cohesive with your home's architectural style, existing color palette, and the overall mood you want to communicate. Concrete, natural stone, corten steel, dark metal edging, and decomposed granite are all materials that contribute to that sleek modern minimalist vocabulary. Avoid mixing too many different textures and finishes in one small space. Because material chaos undermines the calm you are working so hard to achieve. Perhaps the most overlooked principle in minimalist landscaping is creating a strong visual connection between the house itself and the yard around it. Your landscape should feel like a natural extension of your home's architecture, rather than a completely separate design project happening alongside the building. If your home features dark window frames, echo that with dark metal edging throughout your planting beds and pathway borders for a seamlessly unified look. This deliberate repetition of colors and materials is what gives high-end, minimalist landscapes that polished, magazine-worthy quality everyone admires. Choosing the right plants is arguably the single most important decision in any minimalist front yard design, and restraint is your greatest ally here. The goal is not to collect interesting specimens but to select a small number of plants that perform reliably, look architectural, and complement each other. 3 to 5 plant varieties is often sufficient for a front yard that reads as complete, considered, and beautifully composed rather than accidentally sparse. Quality and placement always matter far more than quantity when you are working within the clean vocabulary of modern minimalist landscape design principles. Evergreen shrubs and trees serve as the backbone of any minimalist front yard, because they provide consistent structure and color throughout every single season. Varieties like Japanese holly, boxwood, sky pencil holly, and Oto-looking laurel offer strong architectural forms that maintain their visual impact year-round. These structural anchors give your yard a composed, finished quality even in the depths of winter when flowering plants have nothing at all to offer visually. Choose 2 or 3 evergreen varieties and repeat them throughout your composition to create that sense of rhythm and intention that defines great minimalist design. Ornamental grasses are one of the most versatile and underused plants available for creating texture, movement, and softness within a minimalist landscape design. Varieties like Karl Forster feather reed grass, blue oatgrass, and mullygrass bring graceful vertical interest without the high-maintenance demands of flowering perennials. Their fine-textured foliage contrasts beautifully against the bold, solid forms of evergreen shrubs and the hard surfaces of stone, concrete, and gravel throughout the yard. In autumn, their feathery seed heads catch golden light in a way that feels genuinely cinematic and adds incredible seasonal character to your carefully composed front yard. Ground covers are transforming modern front yards by replacing the labor-intensive traditional lawn with low-growing, low-maintenance alternatives that look equally elegant. Options like creeping thyme, mondo grass, blue star creeper, and sedum offer dense, uniform coverage that suppresses weeds and requires almost no ongoing care whatsoever. A front yard where traditional lawn has been replaced with a thoughtful ground cover instantly reads as more intentional and design-forward than the standard grass lawn. Ground covers also reduce water consumption significantly compared to tough grass and eliminate the need for regular mowing, which reclaims hours of your valuable weekend time. One of the brilliant advantages of minimalist planting design is that you can still achieve seasonal interest and variety without ever introducing visual clutter or chaos. The secret is selecting plants that transition through multiple seasons of beauty, offering different characteristics in spring, summer, autumn, and even winter elegantly. A single ornamental cherry might give you spring blossoms, summer green foliage, spectacular autumn color, and an elegant branching silhouette throughout bare winter months. One plant, 4 seasons of beauty. That is the kind of intelligent, efficient plant selection that defines genuinely sophisticated minimalist front yard landscape thinking. Native plants deserve a starring role in any modern minimalist front yard because they are perfectly adapted to your local climate, soil, and rainfall conditions naturally. This adaptation means they require dramatically less supplemental watering, fertilizing, and general intervention to thrive and look beautiful throughout the entire growing season. Native sedges, ornamental grasses, and low-growing native shrubs can all be arranged in compositions that look just as sophisticated and intentional as exotic imported varieties. The bonus is that native plants also support local pollinators and wildlife, giving your beautiful minimalist yard a meaningful ecological dimension that adds real lasting value. Strategic focal point planting is the technique that gives minimalist front yards their sense of drama and purpose without ever resorting to the clutter of traditional planting beds. Choose one exceptional specimen plant, perhaps a multi-stem serviceberry, a sculptural Japanese maple, or a columnar hornbeam, and position it where it commands attention. Everything else in the yard should quietly support and frame that single focal point, rather than compete with it for visual attention and dominance in the overall composition. This hierarchy of importance is the secret ingredient that separates amateur landscaping from the kind of professional work that makes your whole street stop and take notice. Container planting offers an elegant and flexible approach to minimalist front yard design that gives you precise control over color, form, and seasonal interest at the entrance. Two identical large containers flanking your front door planted with matching architectural specimens create instant symmetry, formality, and a sense of intentional design at the entry. Choose simple, high-quality containers in materials like concrete, dark fiberglass, or weathering steel that complement your home's architecture without competing with it visually. Containers also allow you to swap seasonal plants with minimal effort, keeping your entrance looking fresh and relevant throughout every season without disturbing your permanent plantings. The hardscape elements of your front yard, the pathways, borders, driveways, and walls, are often more impactful than the plants themselves in a minimalist landscape composition. Hard surfaces define the geometry of your yard, establish movement patterns, and communicate the overall design aesthetic before a single plant is even noticed by a passing observer. Investing thoughtfully in quality hardscape materials is never money wasted because these elements last for decades and form the permanent structural foundation of your entire design. Get the bones right first, and the planting that follows will look immediately more resolved and professionally composed regardless of your overall landscaping budget or experience level. Modern pathway materials for minimalist front yards have expanded beautifully beyond the standard concrete walkway that dominated residential design for so many previous decades. Large-format porcelain pavers in concrete or stone finishes offer an incredibly sleek look, with exceptional durability and very low maintenance requirements throughout every season. Honed bluestone, light gray concrete slabs, and blonde limestone are all excellent choices that feel luxurious underfoot while complementing the neutral palette of minimalist design. The key is selecting a single pathway material and using it consistently throughout the entire yard rather than mixing multiple surface types that compete visually with each other. The choice between concrete and natural stone for hardscape surfaces is one that deserves thoughtful consideration because each material communicates a slightly different design mood. Poured concrete and precast concrete pavers bring a clean, industrial modern quality that pairs beautifully with contemporary architecture and dark exterior home color palettes. Natural stone like bluestone, limestone, or travertine introduces organic warmth and texture that softens the rigidity of minimalist design and works well with more transitional architecture. Neither is wrong. The right choice depends entirely on what your home already communicates architecturally and what overall mood you want your front yard to convey to visitors. Crisp, defined edging between your lawn or ground cover and planting beds is one of the highest value details you can invest in for a modern minimalist front yard composition. Dark metal landscape edging, specifically Soartan steel or powder-coated aluminum, creates razor-sharp lines that look architectural and intentional rather than like a gardening afterthought. This single detail, when maintained consistently, makes even a modest planting scheme look significantly more polished and deliberate than it would without that defined boundary present. Edge every bed twice yearly at minimum and touch up the lines monthly during the active growing season to maintain that precise, just-installed quality throughout the entire year. Driveway design is an area where most homeowners completely miss an opportunity to dramatically elevate their home's curb appeal and contribute meaningfully to the minimalist aesthetic overall. A simple, wide concrete driveway can be transformed with strategic banding, scoring patterns, or the addition of dark aggregate that gives the surface visual depth and sophistication. Alternatively, permeable gravel driveways bordered by crisp dark metal edging look incredibly clean and modern while also providing the environmental benefit of stormwater infiltration. Whatever material you choose, ensure your driveway complements rather than contradicts the materials and color palette used in your pathway and planting bed designs throughout the yard. Raised planting beds have become a signature feature of high-end minimalist front yard designs because they add vertical dimension and architectural character to an otherwise flat composition. Beds raised just 8 to 12 inches using concrete, corten steel, or dark composite materials create a strong geometric element that grounds the planting and makes it feel deliberately framed. The contained, elevated nature of raised beds also communicates cleanliness and order that resonates perfectly with the core aesthetic values of minimalist landscape design philosophy. Additionally, the raised soil level improves drainage, warms faster in spring, and creates a healthier growing environment that benefits your chosen plants throughout every growing season. Gravel and decomposed granite are experiencing a remarkable renaissance in modern minimalist landscaping because they offer texture, permeability, and a distinctly contemporary visual quality. A deep layer of uniformly colored gravel, whether warm tan, cool gray, or dramatic dark charcoal, serves as a beautiful neutral backdrop that makes plants appear to float within the composition. Decomposed granite compacts into a firm, walkable surface that works beautifully for secondary pathways under trees and in planting bed areas where you want the look of soil without the mud. Both materials also suppress weed growth effectively when installed over quality landscape fabric, reducing one of the most time-consuming maintenance tasks in any traditional garden design. Stepping stones arranged thoughtfully through a planted area or across a lawn provide a beautiful opportunity to introduce rhythm, geometry, and human scale into your front yard. Choose large format stones, at least 18 inches square, and space them at a comfortable walking stride to create a pathway that feels both natural to walk and intentional to observe. Concrete pavers, natural flagstone, and even polished basalt all work beautifully as stepping stones, depending on the specific aesthetic vocabulary your overall minimalist design is working within. The negative space between stepping stones, filled with low ground cover or fine gravel, becomes a design element in itself and adds that layered depth that elevates the whole composition. A small front yard is not a limitation in minimalist design. It is actually an advantage, because every element is immediately visible and must contribute meaningfully to the composition. Small yards benefit enormously from minimalist principles because restraint is inherently easier to achieve when there is simply less space available for accumulating plants and clutter. The most impactful strategy for a compact front yard is to choose one or two strong focal points and then build a very simple supporting composition around those anchoring elements. Simplicity concentrated in a small space reads as luxury, not scarcity, and that distinction is everything when it comes to creating genuine curb appeal on a compact urban property. Vertical elements are a transformative strategy for small minimalist front yards because they draw the eye upward, create a sense of height, and make the space feel significantly larger. Columnar trees like sky pencil holly, emerald green arborvitae, or columnar European hornbeam provide strong vertical punctuation without spreading horizontally and consuming precious ground area. A pair of tall, slender columns of greenery flanking an entrance creates an elegant, gate-like effect that looks intentional and architectural rather than like a space-filling compromise choice. Vertical elements also add privacy and definition to a front yard, making it feel like a complete, enclosed space rather than just an open strip of grass in front of the building's facade. Creating the illusion of depth in a shallow front yard is a skillful design challenge that minimalist principles are uniquely well-equipped to help you solve elegantly and affordably. Placing lighter-colored, fine-textured plants in the foreground and darker, bolder ones behind creates a sense of layering and depth that tricks the eye into perceiving more space than exists. Using a pathway that angles slightly rather than running perfectly straight to the front door also subtly elongates the perceived distance and makes the yard feel more expansive overall. These are inexpensive optical techniques that experienced landscape designers use constantly to maximize the perceived scale of compact residential front yard spaces around the world. Narrow front yards present their own specific set of design challenges and opportunities that minimalist design principles are particularly well suited to address with elegant results. The most effective strategy for a narrow yard is to establish a single strong central axis, typically defined by the pathway from street to door, and designed symmetrically around it. Two matching low hedges, two identical ornamental grasses, or two specimen container plants, placed parallel to that central axis create instant formality and make the width feel intentional. Avoid anything that grows wide or sprawls horizontally in a narrow space, as it will quickly make the already tight yard feel even more confined and chaotic within just 1 or 2 seasons. Corner lots offer a unique and exciting opportunity in minimalist front yard design because two sides of the yard are publicly visible, effectively doubling your curb appeal real estate. The key is to treat both visible faces as one cohesive composition rather than two separate. Design projects that happen to share the same corner of your property and plant budget. Create a continuous design language, the same plants, materials, and edging style that wraps around the corner and reads as one unified, intentional landscape from every angle. A specimen tree or bold vertical element positioned right at the corner itself can anchor the entire composition and become a neighborhood landmark that defines your property's identity. Multifunctional design elements are particularly valuable in small minimalist front yards because they allow a single feature to serve multiple purposes without adding visual clutter. A low concrete bench can serve as seating, a retaining wall edge, and a strong geometric line that defines the boundary between the pathway area and the adjacent planting composition. A rain chain is simultaneously a water management solution, a vertical design element, and a subtle sound feature that adds sensory richness to the minimalist exterior without visual noise. Thinking multifunctionally about every element you introduce allows you to achieve more with less and maintain the clean, uncluttered quality that defines excellent minimalist design. Water-efficient landscaping is no longer just an environmentally responsible choice. It has become the design standard for sophisticated, forward-thinking front yard compositions today. A drought-tolerant minimalist front yard can be every bit as beautiful and architecturally compelling as a traditionally planted yard that requires regular irrigation to survive and thrive. In fact, many of the plants most prized for their architectural quality, agaves, ornamental grasses, lavender, and yuccas, are inherently drought-tolerant and require minimal supplemental water. Designing for drought resilience from the beginning saves money, reduces maintenance demands, and future-proofs your landscape against increasingly unpredictable and variable climate conditions. Drip irrigation is the gold standard for watering minimalist landscapes efficiently and precisely, because it delivers water directly to the root zone where plants can actually access and use it. Unlike overhead sprinklers, drip systems eliminate wasteful evaporation and completely prevent the wet foliage that encourages fungal disease in susceptible plant varieties throughout the season. A well-designed drip system can be installed as a DIY project for a modest front yard and pays for itself remarkably quickly through reduced water bills and fewer plant replacement costs overall. Pair your drip system with a smart timer that adjusts automatically based on weather conditions, and your water efficiency will improve dramatically without requiring any additional daily attention. Mulching is one of the simplest, most cost-effective, and most underutilized water conservation strategies available to any homeowner regardless of their landscaping budget or experience level. A 3-inch layer of quality organic mulch, arborist wood chips, shredded bark or pine fines, reduces soil moisture evaporation by up to 70% compared to bare exposed soil alone. Beyond moisture retention, mulch also moderates soil temperature, suppresses weed germination, and gradually improves soil structure as it slowly breaks down and decomposes over multiple seasons. In minimalist design, dark uniform mulch creates a clean visual backdrop that makes plants appear more deliberately placed and dramatically improves the overall tidiness of any planting bed. Rain garden design is a beautiful way to incorporate sustainable water management directly into the visual composition of your minimalist front yard without sacrificing any aesthetic quality. A gently sloped, shallow depression planted with moisture-tolerant native plants captures and filters stormwater runoff from your roof, driveway, and lawn before it enters storm drains. The planted bowl of a rain garden, when designed with clean geometric edges and carefully chosen plants, becomes a genuine design feature rather than simply a water management utility. This intelligent integration of function and beauty is exactly the kind of thinking that defines the most sophisticated and genuinely sustainable residential landscape designs being created today. Permeable paving is a surface material choice that elegantly addresses both design and environmental sustainability goals in ways that traditional impervious concrete and asphalt simply cannot match. Permeable concrete, permeable pavers with planted joints, and stabilized decomposed granite all allow rain water to infiltrate the ground rather than rushing across the surface toward the nearest drain. This reduces storm water runoff, replenishes local groundwater supplies, and minimizes the heat island effect that impervious paving creates in urban and suburban residential neighborhoods. Permeable surfaces also tend to look more textured and visually interesting than standard concrete, which aligns beautifully with the sophisticated material palette of modern minimalist yard design. Xeriscaping is a comprehensive water-efficient landscaping philosophy that replaces lawn and thirsty traditional plants with drought-adapted species arranged in a thoughtfully designed composition. The term comes from the Greek word for dry, but a well-executed xeriscape is anything but dull. In fact, The best xeriscape designs are among the most architecturally dramatic landscapes being created. Agaves, ornamental grasses, lavender masses, rosemary hedges, and low-growing sedums can create bold, textured compositions that feel both contemporary and deeply connected to their regional landscape. Xeriscaping and minimalist design philosophy are natural partners because both prize intentional selection, restraint, and the use of each element to its highest possible aesthetic and functional potential. Choosing eco-friendly materials for hardscape elements is a meaningful way to extend the sustainability values of your water-efficient planting design into every aspect of your front yard composition. Reclaimed stone, locally quarried materials, and recycled aggregate concrete all carry a lower environmental impact than conventional materials while often providing superior visual character. Corten steel edging, though an industrial material, is remarkably durable and develops a beautiful, natural patina over time that perfectly complements the organic textures of plants and gravel. Making thoughtful material choices is not just ethically responsible, it genuinely enriches the visual depth and authentic character of your minimalist front yard over many decades of weathering. Outdoor lighting is perhaps the single most transformative element you can add to a minimalist front yard because it completely reinvents the space's character after the sun goes down each day. A yard that reads as clean and understated during daylight hours can become dramatic and deeply atmospheric at night through the strategic placement of just a few carefully chosen fixtures. Lighting in a minimalist landscape is not about illuminating everything equally. It is about choosing specific elements to highlight and allowing everything else to recede into elegant darkness. This selective approach creates depth, mystery, and a sense of theater that makes arriving home every single evening feel like a small but genuinely satisfying luxury experience throughout the year. Pathway lighting in a minimalist front yard should be subtle, low, and consistent in a way that guides the eye and feet without competing with the planting or architectural features nearby. Recessed in-ground fixtures flush with the pathway surface offer the cleanest possible look and eliminate the visual clutter of above-ground bollard fixtures interrupting the clean pathway line. If above-ground fixtures are preferred, choose simple cylindrical or wedge-shaped designs in dark, matte metal finishes that disappear during daylight and only assert themselves after dark gracefully. Space fixtures evenly and at a generous interval. Every 8 to 10 feet is often sufficient to maintain that understated rhythmic quality that distinguishes refined landscape lighting design. Uplighting specimen trees and architectural plants is the technique that creates the most dramatic visual impact for the investment in any minimalist front yard lighting composition after dark. A single well-positioned uplight at the base of a Japanese maple, a sculptural agave, or a columnar evergreen transforms that specimen into a glowing architectural sculpture after sunset. The upward projection of light creates shadow play in the canopy and foliage that adds a sense of depth and dimension entirely absent from the same plant viewed in flat ambient daylight. Position uplights slightly off-center from the plant's base to avoid the theatrical spotlight effect and achieve a more naturalistic, sophisticated quality in the resulting illuminated composition. Recessed and in-ground lighting options have revolutionized the aesthetic possibilities for minimalist front yards because they eliminate the visual noise of visible fixture hardware completely. Step lights recessed into the faces of retaining walls or raised planting bed edges provide a clean, floating quality that makes solid masonry elements appear to hover above the ground. In-ground well lights positioned to wash light across a gravel surface or concrete pathway create a beautiful grazing effect that reveals the material's texture in rich, low-angle illumination. These hidden light sources feel inherently more sophisticated than visible fixtures because the effect appears completely effortless, as though the landscape itself is producing its own luminosity. Smart lighting systems have made it remarkably easy to program, automate, and adjust your outdoor lighting without ever physically accessing or manually operating a single individual fixture. App-controlled LED systems allow you to dim, schedule, and change color temperature from your phone with a precision that dramatically improves the quality of your landscape lighting experience. Warmer color temperatures, around 2700 to 3000 Kelvin, are ideal for most landscape plants because they render foliage and earth tones with a flattering, natural-looking golden warmth. Cooler temperatures work beautifully on architectural hardscape elements like concrete and stone, emphasizing their precise geometry and sophisticated material texture in the evening light beautifully. The evening curb appeal transformation that quality landscape lighting achieves is difficult to fully appreciate until you experience it standing at the street in front of your own home at night. What reads as a clean, simple composition during daylight suddenly acquires atmosphere, depth, and a hotel-like quality of welcome and arrival that simple darkness completely fails to provide. Thoughtfully lit front yards also communicate security and attentiveness, signaling that the property is cared for and that the homeowner has invested genuine attention in every detail of the exterior. This is why lighting is often the final investment that completes a minimalist landscape and transforms it from merely attractive during the day to genuinely extraordinary at all hours of every evening. Designing for year-round visual interest is one of the most important strategic challenges in minimalist front yard design because the reduced plant palette offers fewer seasonal distractions. Every plant you select should be evaluated across all 4 seasons. What does it offer in winter? Does it provide summer texture, autumn color, spring interest at the entrance of the growing year? Building your palette around a foundation of evergreens supplemented by seasonally interesting companions gives you continuous visual quality without ever resorting to high-maintenance annuals. The goal is a yard that looks considered and complete in February as much as it does in May, because that consistency of quality is what separates truly excellent minimalist design from the merely good. Budget-friendly minimalist landscaping begins with a clear design plan created before a single dollar is spent on materials, plants, or any form of installation labor or professional consultation. Knowing exactly what you want allows you to prioritize spending on the elements with the highest visual impact, typically hardscape materials and specimen plants, and save on supporting elements. Gravel, decomposed granite, and basic metal edging are all inexpensive materials that look remarkably sophisticated when installed cleanly and maintained consistently throughout the growing season. A $50 investment in quality edging maintained meticulously throughout the year provides more visual return than $200 worth of plants installed without any structural framework. From the foundational principles of restraint and intentionality to the finishing details of lighting and entrance hardware, creating a modern minimalist front yard is one of the most rewarding design projects you will ever undertake as a homeowner, and it is far more achievable than you may think. The ideas we have explored together today offer 100+ ways to approach this transformation, whether you have a sprawling suburban property or a compact urban lot with just a sliver of ground to work with. Start small, edit boldly, invest in quality over quantity, and let patience be your most powerful tool. If you found this video valuable, please give it a like, share it with someone planning a yard makeover, and subscribe to Luxury Home Decor so you never miss another idea that elevates your home and life.